Hey everyone, hope you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel is Finding Value. Today we're going to do our daily technical analysis update of oil and natural gas. We're going to dive right in there. I'll give you my opinion. Some of these are looking quite good, guys. They are looking strong. So let's jump into the charts and I'll tell you what I'm seeing. So here's light crude oil futures. And again, guys, this is looking quite good. What am I seeing here? So I'm just going to kind of draw a line through here. And then we're going to draw a line through here. It's a falling wedge. And when this falling wedge breaks to the upside, we are going to party. But this looks fantastic, guys. And we could break here maybe even tomorrow. We'll see. Or I should say maybe even today, because I'm going to release it in the morning of Wednesday. So it's looking really good. I'm going to leave this in here. We'll see how this pattern holds up. And it's looking great. But it was a big day today, 6.8% up. Natural gas, being the true player that it is continuing to move higher. Looks fantastic. We could see a big move here, guys. It's still moving up. Could this pull back a little bit? It could. It very well could, guys. I don't rule that out. It's been on a ferocious pace here. So we could have a little bit of a pullback at some point. XOP still, XOP, yeah, you know me. I had to say that. Sorry, it just popped in my head. But a little bit of selling pressure today. Yeah, it was still an up day. Momentum is heading a little bit down. But it still looks good. Still looks good. We'll see what oil does. SM Energy up today, 5.13%. Tried to do a little bit of a run. We're still within the pattern of oil. This is still sitting on top of its support. I like it here a lot. If you guys like SM Energy, this thing could be a monster run. We could see this thing go to levels. There we go. Oh, I got to do this. Go to levels way up here. On a big move here. So I think this is just waiting to break. This is a cheetah that's just resting on top of it. We could see a very large move higher. CDEV, another one, I'm sure it would extend if it had some more history, but this is another one that's very much like SM Energy. This is my second largest holding. This one looks fantastic. We got the big old bottoming pattern, which is an inverted head and shoulders basically, and then we're going to break this pattern to the upside. Looks really good to me. I can't imagine better patterns. Crude Energy's already broken out. This thing's been doing, it's already been running a little bit here. It does have a little bit of a bloody nose on a weekly candlestick. Still looks good for a move higher. CPE, another one that's stuck on its resistance area. Again, this thing has a lot of potential to the upside. I like it here a lot. Athabasca Oil moving a little bit sideways today. Again, we're kind of at this resistance area. That's where we're at. Not much resistance to 575 once we break this area of resistance and support. That's what this guy is if we were to back out here, which is up here, 550, 575, wherever it is. Recaf moving sideways. Again, I like Recaf as an exploration company. We'll see what happens with it. We've got Crescent Point moving sideways here on top of its pattern. Again, looking at the big picture view, this thing is going to go higher. It looks absolutely fantastic. I like it where it's at. Northern Oil and Gas, I like it where it's at as well. These all look like they're ready to make big, big moves in the future here. They're all looking fantastic. This is another one that's got that kind of squeezing up pattern. For GTE, this is a continuation pattern to the upside. Looks good. Tellurian's got that continuation pattern that looks like it's squeezing up too. Looks good. Pedevco just coming down, hitting that support line again, right where I drew it. I haven't even touched that line, guys. It's like I already know what's going to happen before it happens, as these things just bounce off support and hit resistance levels. It's still squeezing up, though. OAS, Oasis Petroleum, still moving sideways. It is waiting for a move from oil. CRK getting a little bit here. I'm looking for a move lower, hopefully, if natural gas pulls back. I don't know if it will. If we don't get that pullback, that's okay. I still own a bunch, but hopefully we do. I can buy a little bit more then. Sandridge getting a little bit of the wick at the top. It does look like we want to pull back a little bit before heading higher, but you never know. Sometimes those pullbacks aren't as big as I think. Maybe it only goes down, here before the move higher. Ring Energy, it's still at that support line. It is holding. That's why we had an update today, and we're going to attack that resistance line again at some point here. That is a strong resistance line. Once we break this line going through here, it's a big boy line. We got here, we touched it there, and we got a couple hits over here. So once we break through this, I think we'll see a run. In all these companies, they all look really, really good. Surge Energy getting a little bit of pressure here on the right-hand side, but again, it's just moving sideways. Tamarack, again, moving sideways. Crescent Energy moving sideways. They're all just moving sideways, guys. And I could probably cut this in half, and if I just go, you can apply it to the majority of the companies. This guy's kind of moving sideways there in its pattern. Meg Energy, again, I see a pattern there moving sideways. Looking at the energy service companies, again, we're moving sideways in this pattern. At some point here, we're going to break and move vastly higher. Vastly higher. We're in all these patterns that are consolidating. They will break to the upside when oil goes. Will Transocean reach it down here? I don't know. I mean, if you like Transocean, now's the time to be looking. Pump broke out, probably going to do a retest and then a launch higher. That's looking really good. EXTN's looking good for a move higher. Looks absolutely excellent. This has got a long ways to go. Valaris, small little update today. Again, still looking okay. MMA Offshore, another one that I really like. I like how this is pulling back. I would be, looking at it right here. Tidewater, another one that's been moving sideways. Got a little bit of selling pressure in a couple of these days here. We could fall back a little bit before heading higher, but you know what? If oil goes higher, I would expect this to go higher as well. We're getting a little bit of wicks at the top on some of these, like NEX. This has had a monster run, guys, up at 1077 from $3.50 or so. KLXE getting a little bit jiggy with it. Nice little move here to the upside. I like it down here, guys. I think we're going to move higher. It's a falling wedge that we've broken out of. CHX coming up into resistance. The resistance. Still playing with it, but guess what? Our lows are getting higher. So our sellers are less effective at pushing us lower. So I think we're going higher. Cactus Energy looks good to break higher here at any second. Looks really good. 9, falling off this support line. I drew this in a long time ago. Here we're hitting at support, using it as a support line to jump from. So that looks good. OII still coiling up. Better buy it before it breaks. NE, Noble Energy, still just moving sideways. I like that. Why? Because the sellers have no oomph to push this lower. I think we're going higher. Helix Energy Solutions, again, we're inside the pattern, still holding on. Looks good. CGG, YY, up today. Again, we've got this double bottom. Looks really good. We've got Petrofac. Petrofac still looking good, moving on up. This looks like we could see a big run. Remember, we're sitting on top of the pattern. Again, I like buying on top of patterns. McCoy Global getting a little bit of a down day today. Still looks okay, though. We got that rounding bottom. Don't worry about it. And then Diamond Offshore, looking good. Still looking good. Down here is cheap. I like cheap. I'm just going to touch on a couple coal companies. BTU is breaking out. I put this on our Finding Value website. It's breaking out. Looks good to go higher. So if you guys want to catch it before it breaks, let me know, because I've got a lot of these on the website already. They're starting to break out here. I have a couple on there that look good for coal. But guys, this we're going over a lot of stocks in all these. It's a lot. Remember, I do a lot of these kind of all in one shot. So everything looks really good. We're going to see a big run in oil. That's my opinion coming this summer. I've positioned myself. I'm still in all the companies that I have. I haven't sold a single share in oil. I've got the positions. I've got. Someone was talking on Twitter about 10 baggers. I think I have like 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 baggers or greater. Some are like 15, some are 25, some are whatever. When I bought at the bottom of 2020, what would I be buying now that's at bottoms? I'm going to share that on the website. That's what I'm going to do. Platinum membership will get you all that information. But there's a couple of other ones that I think that look really good that could potentially be very big moves. I know the people on the channel, they're going to hate this, but it's on the website, guys. I have to be loyal to the people who, are on the website, but I'm going to throw up some ideas. They may or may not pan out, a little bit higher risk ideas. But I do think that the timing is getting close for those ideas. So we'll do that on the website there. I'll share it over the next week or two because they're still developing. And I don't want to release things if they're not ripe for the taking. If you noticed, the release of the caster video was quite orchestrated. It's and the way that I released and found some of these things, it's all done on purpose, guys. When I release, and I don't think our channel bought millions and millions of shares that was something else. So anyway, guys, hopefully you're having good luck with your investments. Hopefully that's treating you well. Oil looks fantastic, and everything energy related looks fantastic. Natural gas looks fantastic. We're sitting on top of patterns. We're about to break on everything. I think we're going to see another very big leg higher coming very soon. Thumb up for the content. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Subscribe to the website. Platinum membership's the one I would choose. Why? Because you get to ask me questions. I get to answer some of your things, and I'm not doing this on a one-on-one basis, guys. I'm talking about the answering questions, the questions and answers on the weekend. I can't answer everybody's email because I'm getting a lot of messages, and I just don't have the bandwidth to tackle that amount of messages. So if you don't see me message you back, it's just because I have a lot of messages and I can't literally handle that amount of messages. So appreciate it, guys. We'll see you next time. This is Finding Value.